Watch out, watch out, watch out, here comes Randy Orton! Welcome back, everyone. Arkham Origins, Part 3, as we dive straight into the action on the final offer with the Penguin. And we're going to be greeted with a little Predator sequence at the start here. It's quite dark on this ship, looking at my little preview footage window. So utilise that detective vision, and definitely utilise taking out the snipers first, because these guys will take you out in, like, I'm pretty sure it's like 1 or 2 shots on New Game Plus, so watch out for that. Randy Orton-esque. Yeah, pretty slow here, but yeah, you know what to do, fellas. It's been one whole Arkham video with Predator guides. Just keep it nice and tactical, nice and slow. So it's been a while since we've revisited Arkham Origins, if you've been tuning into the channel. And I think we've come to the sort of consideration that these shorter videos maybe aren't it, you know, to grasp with the modern audience. As I take out 2 men in the midst of smoke pellet, just as powerful here, guys, as in Arkham Origins, as in Arkham City. But yeah, I'm thinking of sort of refactoring the way these videos are made. Perhaps a longer 1-hour session, and takes you on the journey with myself, Shantyt, as to how we actually achieved this walkthrough. So a 1-hour full playthrough session with restarts and all. It sort of rejigs the editing effort, and it maybe at the end of the series we can do a wrap-up video, something like that. So yeah, sound off in the comments if you've been watching along, if you prefer that sort of method, because I feel like a lot of people just want something on in the background for YouTube. Also, do not try take that guy down. You cannot take down the big fatty penguin ducks, the ones that look like icebergs, so watch out for that. Combat takedowns only, no silent takedowns. But yeah, I think more people just leave a video on in the background and go about their day, and it might be pretty funny to sort of hear my reactions as I make my way through this no damage, because there is a sequence coming up at the end of this video that made me almost want to punch a hole into my monitor, and that is just a little fight in the casino area of this ship. And my god, the amount of bullshit they throw at you. So I decided to bullshit them right back, and we'll dive into that as we get to it at the end of this one. As you can see there, the Apex Vigilante bonus taking over. It really makes a difference in this game if you're going through your first playthrough, because the amount of XP you get is essentially doubled, so you can get those upgrades a little bit faster. And it's such a great idea because it actually rewards you for how you're performing, so you can't really just button mash your way through. As we dive kick into one of the guys here, you would have noticed that I immediately was able to punch that stun baton guy. So obviously normally you can't do that. There's a bit of a fun physics there. You can't really normally do that, but if they're unaware, you can actually just go ahead and hit them. It's a pretty small window, so as soon as they're aware of you, they're putting that stun baton right in front just to, well, shock you into death. So yeah, let's hop on and use the old bat claw here to get across this pond. But yeah, you'll see more of the janky physics throughout this level as well. It's so weird, just people just go flying. It's bloody crazy. There's also a lot of traversal in this section, which is, you know, a bit annoying, but it's nothing compared to the last video where we're just doing busy work as Mary Jane. And I do want to thank you all for sort of watching the last two instances of this walkthrough. It's been great to see sort of an uptick in viewership. We're super grateful for anyone who wants to sit through this horseshit produced by me. Yeah, very appreciative. It's a lot of fun too. Just making the thumbnails and stuff like that. And if you've been watching along with the channel, we're sort of diving a bit more into the memes of the day. So hoping to bring a little bit of our common lives into these walkthroughs and splice it in. Also might serve as a good sort of time capsule when you're looking back on these. And here, this is the infamous Gladiator Arena. You'll know this one from the Deathstroke fight, which we'll be doing in the next video, I believe. But here we are going to take on one of the toughest fights in the game. Oh, and it's over. Well, that's that. A really fantastic moment in this game. I remember when this first came out, I think this was one of the first games to actually do that. One of those joke sort of bosses. Yeah, super funny, I thought, when it first came out. I hadn't really seen anything like it. Because like this guy, Electrocutioner, was on all of the marketing material, all the posters, on my collector's edition stuff as well. Yeah, he was everywhere, and then to just end him like that, he's treated as a bit of a joke throughout the entire game, as we know. A running meme in the Arkham franchise. Now this fight's pretty important to take some pointers off. We're going to be utilising the I forgot what it's called, the multi-takedown, I guess? Yeah, as soon as you knock down these martial art pricks onto the ground, you need to do that move. These guys are like not fun to fight at all. And I think that's one of the worst parts about this game, to be honest, because not only, like, it's a cool mechanic, but it's really, like, messes with the rhythm of the actual fighting. And I think they definitely realised that in Arkham Knight. They were like, yeah, this idea from WB Montreal really didn't work. It sort of completely abruptly removes the rhythm from combat. Because you have to, if you're not familiar, there's like a double counter that they do, so you have to press triangle twice, and Batman sort of loses all momentum when coming up to these guys, so yeah, get rid of those guys as soon as practicable. And I believe you also can't use special takedown on them, so the circle triangle, it's not going to work, which is ridiculous.
Maybe a new name's good luck.
Just sped up a little traversal section there. We'll make our way up here and do the beautiful combat takedown. I think these penguin thugs look a lot better in this game than the last one, because they actually look like little sort of icebergy things rather than random red tiger guards. So great design.
Yeah, who'd think to break into this heat?
But yeah, I'm super grateful whenever there aren't any martial arts dudes. Like the red padded guys, what you want to be looking out for, and like especially in this playthrough New Game Plus, we don't get to see any of the counter symbols. So that's one of the stipulations of this mode. Like none of the sort of Spidey sense looking counter symbols come up. That's super weird. And there you go, another common, I believe I ran into this bug on PS3. That guy's just like stood up, like trying to fight me, but like he's like invisible. So the game not registering what the hell's going on over there. Quite stupid. Oh, yeah, look at him. He's just like, yeah, I gotcha, bats. I gotcha. As we make our way through this door. Don't bother with that remote controlled BS. I believe that's for one of the Riddler challenges. So instead, you just want to be looking upwards onto the anchor point. We can pull that down as I struggle to complete the traversal. This light sort of investigative work is something that this game does really well. Like pulls the focus away, but obviously sometimes it indulges a bit too much and we get lost in the sauce on random BS in this game. So we're just going to make our way through the vent, and as you can see, guys, like the bugs in this game alone, it's just, there's something up, you know. There's like sort of an uneasiness, a lack of sort of mastercrafted workmanship, as we've come to expect with Rocksteady. So that's definitely one of the things they faulted with in this game. Here we are, going to come up on a couple of these guys. Note, I haven't entered sort of free flow yet. Yeah, there we go. The martial artists, absolutely ridiculous, guys. Yeah, I hate coming across them. Like it makes every combat encounter so unenjoyable. And this is, I believe, the infamous fight that took me, like no joke, it was about 10 retries. This is so annoying. These guys just, there's a lot of moving parts here. The guys picking up the throwables on the edge of the battlefield as well. You just want to get rid of these guys. See, there we go. X circle, I believe, or might be, yeah, whatever the multi takedown button combo is, just utilize that. Like bang, as soon as you're on the ground, get rid of them. Give them no quarter, because they do not give a fuck about you. So here I'm just pulling out the entirety of the cheese. So it's a good study if you want to sort of get good at the Arkham combat and sort of leave no, well, apply no mercy basically. Like you just want to be beating on these guys constantly. Just take every opportunity to minimize the amount of people that you're fighting. Because the more there are, especially in this mode with no counters, it's going to be tough as hell. So there's that. Looks easy, doesn't it? I almost committed suicide, guys. Alright? Jeez, what a terrible fight. And the sort of pillars around the battlefield also do not work. As you can see here, I'm just taking a pause as Batman, being like, what the hell was that? That was ridiculous. But obviously all of these are learning experiences, so going forward I'm not giving these guys a chance, man. I'm pulling out all the cheese. I'm keeping the fighting as entertaining as possible. As soon as there's martial arts guys though, I'm pulling out the cheese. So if there's no martial artists, I'm going to just sort of stick to the normal methods of fighting, not really taking out everyone. Because it's very entertaining to watch, like someone who can, if I do say so myself, someone who can sort of perform the combat in this game with some grace. It's pretty cool to watch, so I hope I can provide that for you. And if you disagree with that statement, more than welcome to sound off in the comments. I have some world ranking leaderboards that I can use in my argumentation against you, so should be a fun discussion, peeps. I'm just kidding, of course. Please talk as much shit as possible. It's yeah, I have a small ego, so one of my great qualities, really, just humility. It's great. And now we've made our way to this lady. I left this in because you do actually have to press the counter button there. There's no prompt for that. And obviously it's not a pre-rendered cutscene. You can quite easily tell when it is with this game. In Arkham Knight, much harder. So this was just before that sort of 2015 era of insane looking games where you couldn't sort of tell what was cinematic and what's not. Of course, in 2016 we had Uncharted 4, which was insane. Alright. Then we're do our little backflip, sorry, front flip into this section here, and we're going to be greeted by our first fight with a brute in this game. So this one's pretty simple. I had learnt my lesson from the last fight, so I did this one on the first go. You know the rules. As soon as they're on the ground, yep, see you guys. All dead. Sorry, not dead, knocked out. This one doesn't kill. So, and here we want to employ the same tactic as our friend the Hammerblades. So use that bat swarm. Take him out. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next part.